Hey y'all, this is Shamila, aka Mila, and you are tuned into It's Mila's World. And I have two wonderful guests here with me today. I have a returning guest. I was so happy to have you on the first time. I was like, you got to come back.
Yes.
So go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with you, Andria.
So thank you for having me again, and thank you for having me the first time. I really love this show. My name is Andria Lovitt, and I'm a songwriter, producer, and audio engineer. And so, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for inviting me to the show today. It's a pleasure to be here. Nice to meet you. And my name is Elisabeth, spelled with an S. The S is for smile because I totally love to do that. My last name,
Beautiful teeth.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. My last name is Gould, and I am a professional speaker, a self-published author of a book called 31 Best Ways to Love Yourself. And in addition to that, I am a day trading coach for futures in the stock market for women who want to learn how to day trade.
Let's get started. So I do want to start the topic off with like real life in relationships. So has your definition of love changed as you've grown?
I think growing up, and even in my 20s and early 30s, I thought love was more about something that makes me feel good. And so where that has shifted is understanding that love it's an action, it's work, it's commitment, it's covenant, and it starts with God. It starts with God and it starts with you. And so just that honesty of like looking in the mirror and looking at your relationships and looking at how you're showing up in those relationships, that shows whether you're really acting in love or if you're just chasing a feeling.
I mean, I like what you had to say about that, Andria, a lot. I feel like just throughout the experience of just growing up and taking the time out to actually say, what is love? Like, what does that look like? And I really like what you said. It's an action word. And for me, I just love love. I'm a lovable person. I love it. And when I meet people, I feel like so many times people can be like, I don't like this person. You can love somebody just that quick. Like I can literally meet you and say, I love you because it's an action word.
Yeah.
And as long as you show that in how you operate, that to me is what love is. And to your point of it starting with God, I think that is the reason why I am so free when it comes to that, because the closer my relationship got with him was the way that I was able to exude that with others. So it has
also loving yourself, right?
Absolutely. So because of that, my love has gotten better because of the experiences and everything that I've gotten a chance to go through. So.
Right. And to piggyback on what you're saying, I feel like if I can love me and I can love God and receive love from God, I think that's the biggest indicator of whether I can love you. You know what I mean? It's like,
no, I definitely.
Yeah, because if you're pushing love outward and you're acting as if it's something that's just something like flowers, like getting flowers, or you know what I'm saying, like having a boo or something like that, a title. It's like that's looking at love like, what can love give me, as opposed to, hey, I'm a vessel where love is flowing through.
I started to work on like self-love like a couple of years ago, and I'm like, damn, there were some things that I really needed to work on, and that was like one of the things. And when I did that, and I found out that it helps me with my relationships with other people.
That's good.
And so I was just like, oh, okay. And then also with me dating, I would want someone who I can see like, oh, no, he really loves himself. Not that it's like, oh, just the confidence and all that. It's just that, that person loves himself, because then they can love you properly. So
exactly.
Right. Because someone, people will treat you bad. They don't love themselves. And so they're not going to treat you any better than they treat themselves.
Yeah, I hear this phrase all the time. The way a man treats his mother is the way he's going to treat you. I think it shouldn't even be that, because how does he treat himself?
Exactly.
Because that's a reflection of how he treats everyone else in his life anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell people that. It's like, okay, well, I can't date you because you don't love yourself. What do you mean? I love myself. Because people always think like, oh, I love myself. I dress nice. I take care of myself. I buy myself things. I do this. I'm like, that's not even self-love though. That's not. You got to go deeper than that.
It's deeper than that for sure. And for me, just listening to people when they talk, that tells me a lot if they love themselves or not anyways. So I'm forever basically just a listening ear when it comes to that, because but you're talking kind of harsh to yourself.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
You know, so
that's why, and a lot of people don't realize they do that too. And I had to catch, like, even some of my friends, I'm like, why are you saying that to yourself? Like, are you listening to what you're saying? That comes right back around to you, and it's in your subconscious, and that's what you're thinking. You're constantly thinking that way, and you're saying it out loud. You're like manifesting things.
Yeah, like self-love is not just giving yourself a free pass for everything. It's even though I messed up, I can be honest about, hey, I'm not perfect, but I still have myself in high regard. You know, I can accept that.
Even though.
I like that. Even though, yep. What's something you had to unlearn about relationships?
So I don't know if you guys know much about the attachment styles, like anxious attachment, secure attachment, and all of that. It's hit or miss for me. Like, I somewhat buy into it, but I do recognize where I've been anxious, you know, where I've been wanting the person to show me love, and if I feel like they're not showing me love, I'm like reaching out, like, but you know, I thought you know.
Yeah.
And so I really unlearned that. Like, I really, really had to look myself in the mirror and say, you know what? Where does my security come from? You know, it comes from my identity in God. And so once I started focusing totally on that and just saying, okay, I'm going to think, believe, and feel what you want me to think, believe, and feel about this, about my whole life, then the anxiousness went away. So I had to learn how to remove my identity being in other people and how other people treat me, regardless of the relationship type that it is, whether it's parent, whether it's romantic or whatever. And so that process has been really interesting, and that's a lot of it is like where the album came from. It's like,
I like that.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it, because you said it's coming out soon, right?
Oh, it's out.
I don't know why I was thinking it was like this week sometime, but okay.
I would have to say, for me, unlearning something, it took me a long time, like up to pretty much now, because of how much of an unlearn it was for me. And that would be chasing. I had to unlearn chasing after, I would say, people.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And that was a really big thing to unlearn, because if I, stop and think about it, I'm like, I couldn't even tell you where that came from. I just recognized it later on in life, and I was like,
because it's weird, right? When you don't realize you're doing it until like after, you like, oh my God.
I'm talking about, I had track shoes on and everything.
No, you running track for somebody. Dang.
Ahead, hunty. Yes. Okay.
He's a little tighter so I can run faster.
And they running in the opposite direction.
Okay.
I'm over here, come back. And they're like, no, thanks. But you could have told me that, baby, because that's who I wanted, and I was after that man. But I do believe that last chase, it was such a big one, to where that was when I became aware, and that I didn't want to do that anymore.
You must have been in a high speed chase with him.
I'm trying to tell you, I had the track shoes on, baby. I wasn't playing because I was fast. I'm an athlete, so I was running fast after this man. And that didn't pan out so hot, and due to that, it took me a while to heal from it and to understand that, we're not going to chase anymore. But you can say that all day. Yeah. But to unlearn that, that took me a while. So that's why I say, even up until now, like, that was something I literally had to go to the Lord in prayer and say, I need you to help me with this, because this is something I'm not able to remove on my own.
Same. And then when you said you can say that, you'll stop doing it, because there's been plenty of times I was like, my next, I can't do it again. And then you end up doing it again, and then it's like, God, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? I'm too pretty for this. I'm too smart for this.
I feel like sometimes life sends you tests.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like,
absolutely.
Or, God sends you tests too. But it really is like, you're going to see it over and over until you really get it.
Learn from it.
Until you make that shift.
Just listening to what you're saying and just thinking about that. A lot of mine was just out of ignorance. Like, I really didn't even know that it was a test. And I feel like the closer my relationship became with my Heavenly Father, that was when I was able to start having discernment to the point to where I was like, oh, this is a gift that He's blessed me with. But again, anybody can say that they have it. But again, you have to really understand that it's a gift.
And once you start to follow that, you start to see it more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And because I'm such a positive Patty is what I like to call myself sometimes.
Positive Patty, I like that.
Yes, just another way of being optimistic. I've just learned that, it's all about perspective on how you view anything. So because of that, even if somebody's not necessarily supposed to be in my life, I can still love that person and just be like, okay, we're just oil and water, but I still love that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From a distance.
Far away.
From a distance.
I really love that you said that because it highlights more of what love is, because love does not require you to get any type of validation from that relationship. Like, you can still love somebody very deeply, even if you're not in a relationship or communicating with that person, and that doesn't even make you suffering, or it doesn't make you at a loss to love somebody.
Not at all.
I think because we feel like we love that person, we have to be with them, or I don't know.
But you know what I would like to add to that? When you stop and you think about it, right? One person, this is what I tell people when I'm dating. I only want one, y'all. I only want one husband. This is just one. But I'm like, out of all of the billions and gazillions of people that there is, when it comes to having this one person, I'm going to be freaking picky as all get out. Because I only want one person.
You know, that feeling of, oh, I don't know if you're the one for me. I take that with a grain of salt, because I'm kind of slow. Like, I don't really catch on that the person likes me until later. And then afterward, I'm like, oh, I'll be at home. I'm like, oh, that's what that meant. Okay. So it's like, they have to really break through that barrier for me to finally be like, oh, okay, actually, yeah, I do like you, or, I do have feelings for you.
Oh my God, I've seen
by
this.
That time it's too late.
Guys, like, well, I don't like you no more either. I mean, anyway, so bye. In the car, she probably done seen this post already. This because I seen it before a few months ago. And he was like, I hate my wife. And he was like, the only reason I'm with her is because I wouldn't have anywhere to go. She makes more than me. And he said, but I hate her. Like, he said, I come home, I sit in my car because I do not want to go inside. And
I'm sorry, that's like instant divorce.
Right. If
you hate me,
he's probably sleeping in his car now.
Bye.
Shoot, I don't know.
That is awful.
And then there was another one where this lady was saying that, she doesn't like her husband. He takes care of her, and she has that, like, security. A lot of people marry for security, right? And so I think, like, that can be an issue. I don't want to be involved with somebody who doesn't like me. I think liking someone is very important.
I do too.
I think it's just as important as loving someone.
I agree. If not more.
Exactly.
On the cool.
It's like, would you rather be liked or loved? I would rather both. But it's like, what would you choose out of those two? That we ask this question on a Fifth or Something sometimes. Like, would you rather be liked or loved?
That's a good one.
I feel like
I want both, me personally.
I want both, but if I had to choose between it, I would choose liked, because I'm already loved, right? And I already have the capacity to love. But like you said, being liked, and that's not superficially. I just mean, like, you genuinely enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's not a
when
chore.
someone really, like, even if they're mad at you, like, have you seen people's relationship or even been in a relationship when someone doesn't like that other person? They would treat them horribly. It's not even about hate. Because I don't know, because I feel like hate is a very strong word, right? Yeah. And so sometimes I don't even feel like that's hate. I just feel like that's dislike. Like, I just don't like you. And so I'm treating this way. I can't help myself because I just really don't want to be with you because I don't like you.
If you don't like somebody, then everything they do annoys you.
It annoys you.
Correct. Yeah.
You're going to find a reason to treat them like crap. Because you'd be like, I can't stand the way you chew. Like, not a good place to be in. I wonder why people do that, though. Like, is it survival? Like, they feel like I have to be with this person because they want me and nobody else does, and at least...
I feel like some people don't know how to break up with people. I feel like the security Or it's like, well, we've been doing this for so long. Like, I hate that whole, you think you're wasting your time, even though you're going to waste more of your time if you stay with that person. It's like, we've been going through this for 10 years, might as well keep on doing it. So you might as well you just want to stay miserable. I don't know. Or there's just something in that person. Like some people who, say they're serial cheaters. They have a security of that person who would never leave them, even though how many times they get caught cheating. But they can go out and do their own thing. And at this point, they really don't care if they get caught. They just, I'm going to make up another excuse. I'm going to say I'm sorry again. I will never do it. Just keep on doing it.
I think that's pathological. Like, there's something wrong with somebody if they just have to habitually cheat on someone.
What we say? Do you don't love yourself? Could that be one of the things?
I think it's one thing. You know how they say once a cheater, always a cheater? I think there's one thing if you were in a bad situation and you fell in love with somebody, right?
Yeah.
That's something it's like you were in a crisis, right? But if you just intentionally do that all the time, that's something. It's like antisocial or
I feel like it's a lot of things in one.
Narcissistic or something.
It's a lot of things in one.
Yeah.
I feel like some people even they do it to hide their sexuality too.
Yeah.
If I should touch on that.
That might be another topic for another day.
Right. Another topic for another day.
People feel like, you have to know right away. And when we're younger, and I think that's probably like one of my answers to my question is like, I thought I'll have my life together when I was 25. Like, I'll be married, have a kids.
Yeah.
That is young. I think like, damn, I don't even know if I can do that right now. So 25, I'm going to have my life together, my career, my husband, my children, and I'm rich and all this.
At 25, yeah.
25, I thought I was drowning, okay?
I thought that too.
I was right there with y'all. I'm
Very
like,
different.
hey, I thought I was in that thing.
And people think that, and it's just like, oh, and like your birthday comes, well, I'm 30, don't have it together. I'm like, well, stop focusing on that and really just learn yourself, work on yourself, and you will get to where you need to go.
Yeah, I feel like God brings you to where he wants you to be. And it may not be when you think that's when it's supposed to happen.
Think, baby.
He might have to take you through a whole journey.
Right, because you even have to think about it. It's just like, if you're continually receiving these tests or these people, you should have learned that a long time ago. But because you were who you are or were at that moment, you didn't. And so you went through all this stuff, and that's where accountability comes in too, because sometimes we have to be accountable for some of the things that we put ourselves through, right?
Sometimes we going through the desert for 40 years.
Right.
Because we chose to do it.
Exactly. It's crazy. It was crazy how I met you. And then we just clicked like that. Like, we met at another event, and then
we met through somebody.
Yeah,
I thought that person was going to be my partner, like my business partner in this thing, and that didn't happen. But then that's when I met you guys.
Connected. Then we were talking about, because you wanted to do an event.
Yeah.
So we're talking about that. Like, every conversation we had, we end up on the phone for like at least an hour, because we just started talking about personal stuff.
Yeah.
And that was like from the beginning. That was like that first time on the phone. And it was just like, how you can just open up to somebody?
Yeah.
It was like that. Because she's highly spiritual. When I say that, I mean like, it's like you have your higher self who's up here and who's like pulling you up there, and she's like climbing up there, and she can easily, and it's like easy for her. That's what I feel like. It's easy and hard at the same time.
Oh, you give me chills right now, because it ain't easy.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy and hard at the same time. When I mean easy is like you have that ability, and you're more in tune to your spirituality, whether you like it or not, to your spiritual self. And sometimes we fight that, and I think that's when we struggle. What is that saying? On the other side of fear, what is it? I heard
I know what
Will
you're
Smith
talking about. Yeah,
I heard Will Smith say it, and I always forget
exactly
what it is. Yeah,
but everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Is basically what I took out of it.
Basically that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's true. And I feel like if we continue, so I have to kind of step into that in order to even do a podcast, in order to talk in front of people. And so now I just talk to myself like, you just got to do it. Because then when you do it, then afterwards you be like, what was I so scared for?
Yeah. I think you're really good at this though.
But now, but before I was just like, when I first started, I'm like, it's scary. I always wanted to do it. There's a lot of things that I've always wanted to do, and fear kept me from doing it. What was something that made you guys kind of get out of your comfort zone?
Just what you said, doing it scared. That's what I had to do. I had to do it scared. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I'm a big number 23 person because it's Nike, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have to replay that in my mind all the time.
Yeah.
Just do it, Elisabeth. And I feel like anything that we do, whatever it is, if it's new, it's going to be challenging because it's new. But the more you do it, the easier it'll become. Even with the trading.
Right.
I mean, the way I trade or what have you. Again, that took some time. But again, I just think of all of the things that I learned as a day trader, and how that stuff applies. It's like you just have to do it. And that's the best way that you're going to overcome any of these challenges, any of these fears, any of these concerns. You're going to suck your way through it. You're going to, cry your way through it. Now, I'm speaking of all of the things that I had to go through when
Honey,
learning
speaking
how to
of
become
me too, crying, honey, child. I was just crying last night. Okay.
So that's what I would say. You just do it scared, and you do it holding on. For me, holding on to my faith, man. My faith is what got me through it time and time again. Even when I was just like, Lord, I don't see no way out of this, but I believe. And I would always just replay that. So do it scared.
Right? Well, for me, I was in a false comfort zone, and I'll explain what that means. So being neurodivergent, and I want to talk about this on a different episode, but being neurodivergent, there's a lot of things that made me uncomfortable. It just wasn't a match for my nervous system. But my false comfort zone was forcing myself to be in that environment, in the around those people and doing those things because of approval and feeling like I'm part of the crowd, right? So they're saying, get out of your comfort zone, get out of your comfort zone. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm out of my comfort zone. But really that was my comfort zone because it was people pleasing. Yeah. That was my comfort zone. Oh, yeah. So when I had to step out of that and say, you know what, this doesn't go with my nervous system. I need to do what I need to do for me so that I can be my best self, so that I can really do well in my life and show up for my son, and that was probably one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever done. Like standing up for what I need for my own needs.
Wow, yeah.
Kudos to you for doing that.
And that's why it's important to learn yourself too, because it's like for a person like me who's have suffered from anxiety for a long time, it's not how it was when I first had it. I've worked through all that stuff, but sometimes every now and then it'll come back. It depends on what it is.
I've had anxiety as well.
If there's a lot of negative things or something like that that's happened, that will give me anxiety. But there are times where I couldn't distinguish if it was like bad anxiety or I was uncomfortable.
So when it comes to the anxiety piece, I really feel like my anxiety went away the more and more, like the calmness that I feel within, the peace that I have within, the gratitude that I have from, again, what I'm speaking on, y'all. This is
hold on. No, you said something. Gratitude. That's one of the main keys.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point that out because that was one of my things. It was the gratitude, and that changed everything. People don't understand. You think it's small, but it's not. But I'm sorry.
And no need to apologize. The gratitude is like all of these things, and that's the reason why I'm just, because what I'm speaking about today, this is a combination of the end product of what the Lord has blessed me to be today. Like this recently, just so y'all know, like it was as if I had a download being, completed within myself. And it's like my download just completed, like a computer when it's like rebooting or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And because I'm in this place of that, there's no anxiety, there's no anything other than this gratitude that I speak of, to where I'm literally at a place of peace, to where I can say, I feel like I'm talking to my homegirls, and I just met you, a week ago.
Right, yeah.
Like I feel, because I'm at peace, to where I can just share that with anybody.
You're
and just
amongst
breathe.
some amazing women too.
This is
No,
beautiful.
I'm kidding.
I love that. I love that. So no more anxiety.
Yeah, I like that.
I recently started dealing with anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because I had been suppressing it for years, my entire life. Recently, I had like panic attacks for the first time. And there was somebody that told me that they picked up one that I had like really high anxiety. And at the time, I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, I've been through some stuff.
Your business. Yeah.
Right. But it's almost like it was predictive because it did, a lot of things came up. And that's when I realized the reason why the anxiety, the panic attacks were happening it was because I had been suppressing my true self for too long. And everything was just coming to a head. And so I'm not having the anxiety attacks anymore.
Praise
because
the Lord.
Amen, right? Because I surrendered to my true identity in Christ. You know, I stopped trying to perform.
That's good.
And I started to really listen to what he was leading me to.
Awesome.
And anchoring myself in in identity in him. And so now I don't get that panic. And even if it does come up, I mentally I go back to spirit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, and then it goes away.
Being in this business was hard for me at first. And it felt like people were just like, moving me out the way. Just, you know. And I have a partner, business partner, Miles. And so a lot of times it was like, okay, well, Miles, what do you have to say? And sometimes I wasn't looked at. So it was like, it was almost invisible. So even that could be like a silence.
Just so you all know, I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And my siblings, my 5 sisters, well, 4 of them are older than me. And then I have a baby sister. Mm-hmm. And then my brothers, they're older than me. So long story short, when it comes to that part of everything, me being next to the baby and having that many siblings who are older, and
it's like at this point you're not even the youngest, you're not the middle, you're not the oldest, so you just like,
yeah, I call it the knee baby, like next to the baby.
Here's another baby. Except the knee baby. You matter too.
Hey, absolutely I do. Matter the most, if you let me tell it. So I do. And I say that because I'm thinking about my siblings on how, just growing up with that. And even today, I had to teach them how they would communicate with me. But again, that takes time, being younger and then having to fight through that with your older siblings to let them know I'm not a young kid anymore. I'm a whole adult.
Like now we all the same age. So
so due to that, I would have to say that had a lot to do with me feeling silenced, me feeling like I really wasn't a speaker, which may have had a lot of reason for me trying to figure out, like, to sort through that. And whether they knew the damage that they were causing or not, it was still being done, and because of that, I'm no longer silenced. I've just learned how to hold my own and respectfully let them know, not today.
Okay.
You won't be doing that. Love you,
boundaries.
Right. And then, and the thing, I like that because you're setting boundaries as well.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is just like, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because once you set those boundaries, now you're mean, right?
That's exactly what they would tell you.
Now you mean you can be even
like,
be unbearable.
Who do you think that you are? Because I am who
somebody
I am.
That set boundaries.
And that part. And, it's just one of those things, like you said, they're going to have something to say one way or another. So I feel like everybody should just find their own sense of identity to be able to stand in that. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it is, and not allow them to silence them.
Right. So protect your peace. Yeah. No matter what. So they're going to say something regardless. So just protect your peace, basically.
What I hear with the silencing is narrative. like who's got control of the narrative, who's got the authorship. It reminds me of something I wrote in my book. So it's called For Those Who Love Too Much.
Oh,
it's for intense lovers, people who feel very intensely. And yes, and I wrote it for me, really. And I feel like there's others like me, and that's why I wanted to put it out there. But anyway, there's a piece in there about how, like, if you're healing from rupture and, relationally, and you feel all the stuff really intensely, something that can help is taking authorship. Because a lot of what causes the intense reactions is when you've been rewritten. When someone has said you didn't do this when you did, or you did this and you didn't. And it's like because their narrative is dominant, you feel silenced. And that inability to state your real narrative can hurt
tomorrow. Okay.
So that's actually part of what I talk about in the album. Like, I won't let you rewrite me. Like, this is the story. This is what I felt.
Let me listen to that album today. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And that's important. Like, it's important just being able to control the narrative for yourself, whether they agree with it or not. I'm still the author of my story. I mean, he's the author ultimately, but I get to participate with that. And so and that's a boundary too. Like, I won't let you rewrite me. That's a boundary. I tell my story from my side of it. Right now.
We're even talking about this, I think, with Devin. Shout out to Devin. I had her on the show. But she was saying that when things are free, people don't value it as much.
That part.
And they think, and it's just like, okay, it's like every time I invite you to a free event, no one shows up. But then when it's time to pay for something, you show up because you think that's going to be more valuable. But I'm like, there's a lot of stuff. Y'all missing out on people that give away stuff for free. Now, I kid you not, people will do free stuff in order to get you to pay for something. So sometimes they'll tease you.
It's a funnel.
They'll tease you with a little something and not really give you anything. But I mean, even still, try it because you never know. You never know. But I have this little game that I want to do, and it's not too much. It ain't all that fun either, but it's just something that I was like, hey, this would be kind of cool. Yeah, no, it's a test. I'm just kidding. But we'll do it, and then we'll just kind of wrap it up. I think, well, actually, I have a couple of it's a couple of things I want to do. So this is called This or That. So it's like quick fire questions, and you let me know, you choose from whichever. So, like, example, the first one is soft life or hustle season.
Soft life. That's just me.
Right.
I'm really not with the hustle, but I would pick hustle season just because it's season. It's just the season.
I like that.
My season was like 23 years, but yeah.
Okay.
That was me being an adult up until the soft life entrance.
So I'm here for it.
Me too. Okay. So healed or petty?
Healed.
Okay. I ain't got time to be petty.
Healed
I can be. You said healed?
I said healed indeed.
Okay.
Healed petty.
Solo date or girls' night?
I mean both.
I'm going to go with girls' night because I've been
you said this
having a lot of solo.
Yeah, you said both. I didn't realize that. So, therapy or prayer?
I'm going to go with prayer because I've been going to therapy, counseling, coaching, all of it. And none of it has moved me as much as prayer because I pray in a certain way. I'm not just begging God. Yeah. Like, I literally speak and bring him everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I feel like therapy helps you. It depends on how you take therapy. I'll say therapy because that was the first thing that helped me with my healing journey. City girl, homebody. Honey, keep me at home. I ain't being city
girl
nothing.
Or homebody or
yeah, I'll be a city girl out in the daytime, but not like that kind of city girl. I'll be in the city.
I love being at the house, ain't gonna front. Like, just having it set up to my liking, everything is there, just chilling at the house.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a homebody.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I want to go around again, and if there's anything that you ladies have coming up, anything you want to promote, just go ahead and tell the camera.
So I have my album that I just dropped. It's called Open Hands, and the concept is love, but not romantic. Love in purpose, love in facing your fears, and just like the elemental aspects of love. And it's got some cinematic videos attached to it.
She
So
got some good music, y'all. So y'all better.
thank you. But yeah, so that, and then I also have my book.
Okay, but where can they find your music?
Okay, so you can find my music on social media. It's on YouTube. But if you go to my Instagram, Andria Lovitt, Andria Lovitt, then the link is in my bio. It's also on my Facebook. So you can just find me on either way. You can find me. And my book is on there too.
Thanks again, though, for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for
This has been fun. So my name's Elisabeth, spelled with an S. Last name is Gould. And you can find me on Instagram, Pretty Lady Indeed. The way that it sounds, the way that it's spelled correctly, no weird spellings or anything.
Yeah, so if y'all know how to spell, it's on you.
Pretty Lady Indeed on Gmail,
You should know
on
how to spell
Gmail,
those.
on Instagram. And then for like just a combination of my speaking platform as well as my trading platform, you can find me on TikTok. I do a lot of real live videos showing my trading in the mornings when I'm doing that and everything like that, just to give the people the results. Real lady with real results. And my book called, again, 31 Best Ways to Love Yourself.
Yep,
it's a daily devotional. It's not even, you can finish the book in like 11 minutes, just so you know. But because it's a devotional, it's more so of a quick, impactful, like food for thought type of book. So that's what I love
Those are
about
the
it.
best. Yeah. I'm telling y'all should definitely get it because those are the best. I love devotionals, and I know sometimes we want to get through it, but if you take that day by day, I'm telling you, yeah.
Appreciate that.
I'm definitely going to order mine.
And you can find the book on my website, speakingatherbest.com. It's got my commercial on there with my book. You want a professional speaker, that's what I do. So,
can I add one thing?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Also, because I am in the music industry and I do know the financial aspect of it, for those who are creatives and artists that want to learn how to apply business, entrepreneurship, finance to their careers, hit me up on Instagram and we'll talk on a deeper level. So, because I am taking people for mentorship in that area.
I get so excited for these shows because I handpicked everyone that comes on here. So I'm like,
so when you called me, I was like, yeah, girl.
I know.
I'm here.
Like, and I called you yesterday too. See, the last minute ones are the best ones. So thank you both for coming on. I enjoyed it. We are out. Excuse me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Peace.